Synthesis of spooks and sparklers. As Halloween and Diwali coincide, we have two stories for our times. Welcome to This Week, Those Books, your rundown on books new and old that resonate with the week's big news story. And I'm Michael Macy. This week's big story is that Halloween and Diwali coincide this year, prompting cross-cultural events and twice the opportunities for commerce everywhere both festivals are celebrated. Around the world, the Hindu Festival of Lights is increasingly on the world's calendar. And like Halloween, Diwali is getting attention from big business. Barbie has got its first Diwali doll, dressed in traditional Indian attire and makeup. And with South Asians considered one of the fastest growing ethnic groups in the United States, U.S. retail giants from Costco to Walmart have gone all in on Diwali this Halloween. The growing prominence of Diwali in countries with expatriate Hindu communities raises the question, could it take root in faraway soil just as Halloween did in the United States? And this week's books look at how Halloween and import became an all-American feature, and that the Hindu epic Ramayana remains a story for our times. The backstory. This year's coinciding of Diwali and Halloween is the first since 2016. Diwali shifts around according to the lunar calendar, while Halloween is always on October 31st. Halloween rituals became a full-blown American holiday only because Irish immigrants took their customs with them in the 19th century. The story of King Rama and his wife Sita is central to Diwali, which celebrates the royal couple's return home after 14 years in exile. This week's first book is Halloween, An American Holiday and American History by historian Leslie Bannatyne. This book is one of 5 she's written on Halloween, and it's a reminder of the impact new peoples can have on old places. Irish immigrants transported their rituals, which led to the creation of Halloween as an all-American holiday. It is now a social, cultural, and commercial feature of the American way of life and a huge export. Bannatyne's book covers Halloween's 2,000-year history, from its beginnings in the Celtic lands of northern Europe. Originally a night Celts communed with the spirits of the dead, the celebrations were assimilated by the Catholic Church. Bannatyne writes that the Church provided Christian versions of the Celtic seasonal feast and incorporated within them a Roman harvest celebration. And this book also provides recipes, poems, and songs that relate to Halloween through the ages. A choice quote, "Wherever the Irish went, Boston, New York, Baltimore, through the Midwest to Chicago and beyond, Halloween followed along. Irish Halloween rituals met with similar practices, rituals practiced by Blacks, Germans, English, and Scots, and gained momentum throughout the second half of the 19th century. By the turn of the century, Halloween became a full-blown American holiday." The second book is The Ramayana, a shortened modern prose version of the Indian epic by R.K. Narayan. The Ramayana is a great story, the triumph of good over evil, of light over darkness, and the late R.K. Narayan's version remains as compelling as when it was first published over 50 years ago. This edition is noteworthy because of the nuanced introduction by Pankaj Mishra. At the outset, he writes, "Like millions of other Indian children, I first heard the story of Rama from my parents, or so I think. I can't remember a time when I did not know it." This is spot on. If your culture referenced Rama in some way, you didn't have to be religious or even Hindu to know the story of the young king, believed to be the ideal man and ruler. Rama is seen to epitomize duty, ethics, virtue, justice, courage, compassion, and decisiveness. But as Mishra makes clear, the story of Rama has proliferated bewilderingly, existing in all major Indian languages, as well as Thai, Tibetan, Laotian, Malaysian, Chinese, Cambodian, and Javanese. Many versions, he notes, contradict one another, often self-consciously. The many Ramayanas also reflect the ideologies of their time. Like most influential literature, the Ramayana has never been exempt from the struggles for political power. In the post-Me Too era, tension has been focused on Rama's cruelty to Sita at the end of his battle with Ravana, the demon king. Ravana has kidnapped Sita and Rama went to war to free her. Mishra's introduction does a brilliant job in pointing out why Narayan's version is worth reading. So instinctively scrupulous and fair-minded is Narayan as a writer that not only Rama, but also Ravana emerges as a fully rounded, even somewhat sympathetic character. Though a dedicated sensualist, Ravana does not seem intrinsically bad or evil. Narayan shows clearly how he is led astray by greed and then succumbs to the particular illusion of power, the dream of perpetual dominance. Think of our world today, and it's clear why the Ramayana remains a story for our times. I hope you find this week Those Books useful and a conversation starter. Support from readers like you helps keep this news literacy project going. Please consider supporting us by investing in a paid membership so we can keep it freely accessible to our community of more than 10,000 subscribers in 14 countries. If that's not possible, just email us at thisweekthosebooks@substack.com and we'll give you full access, no questions asked. And please let us know what you think. See you next week for This Week, Those Books.